Hello, Football Nation. Okay, so let's talk about football. So this video toda kutaura isusu nezvechi EPL, La Liga neBundesliga handitika. Now, first of all, hatitarise isusu zvakaitika kuLa Liga. It was crazy because my teams akawanda, the ones we expected kuti achange achiwina, hahana kuwina, makatamba madraw, vamwe vakaluza. First, Real Madrid yaitamba Ione Valencia in match day 30 of La Liga, and they lost 2-1. Crazy in the sense that one would have thought that maybe they're coming into this match to win and collect the maximum points in order for them to maintain that gap with Barcelona. But unfortunately, it wasn't so. And also, Real Madrid did not have their number one and number two goalkeepers, that is Coutinho and Lunin. Therefore, they used a new goalkeeper, that is Fran Gonzalez, very, very youthful. Of course, is the one who came in, and of course, he conceded 2 goals there in the end. So they dropped the 3 points. But Barcelona, on the other hand, we could have thought that maybe Barcelona, after Real Madrid have lost, they're going to take advantage and also win and get the maximum points. But again, we saw them dropping points as well, drawing to... they also draw their match against the Real Betis, and you'll be like, oh my God, what was that? And for them to even survive was just by the grace of God, It's only that Real Betis did not really put the pressure. Otherwise, they could have lost. So Barcelona settled for a draw there with the Real Betis, therefore collecting only 1 point. So that being said, you see it's still very much open, in La Liga. No team is clear on top there to collect those maximum points. And we saw the reaction by Rafinha, not being happy with the refereeing, not being, everyone trying to console him and comfort him, including Hans Flick, including some Lewandowski, everybody trying to console him. But he was unconsolable there. He just didn't want to hear anything about it, okay? Very, very interesting. With this game, sometimes it happens like that. Okay. And then, again, we want to look at what happened in the English Premier League. Interesting as well, since situations that happened there. First of all, Kevin De Bruyne, we understand that he's going to be leaving Manchester City, right, at the end of the season. And so he played his last Manchester derby versus Manchester United. And that also ended in a draw. The game was so boring. Nothing to talk home about. Nothing. Very, very boring game. You would expect those two teams to come in and give us a wow moment. But to be honest, to me, I don't know about others. In Shanguga, game rakapora quality yanga pasina. That is the reason why Takazongona Kapira goalless. It's like they were just casually taking it, I don't understand why, but I don't know. And then we saw also Chelsea coming in there, drawing against the Brentford. Of course, it knows that Chelsea, currently they are fighting to maintain the UEFA Champions League zone so that they can qualify in the next season. So they are, trying to hold on to that position. So this is where they are right now. Currently, I think they're on the 4th on the log standing there, and they need to continue to collect those points so that they can be, in that position. Of course, they're competing with Manchester City, who are also in that zone. We're also trying to to end the season in that UEFA Champions League zone as well. They are defenders in terms of the EPL title, but currently they are far from fighting for the titleship. Right now, they're fighting for them to be in the UCL zone. That is Man City there. So, but Chelsea, played also a draw in that order. And then we also saw Liverpool dropping points to Fulham, 3-2 again. Thank goodness Kutizweni for Liverpool. They'd already created that gap. Ravanaro, Saga, even Avakaluza more points, but they're still safe on top there with no challenge, of course. So at least Jitori Nan, Jojo Pavari, Ipap. Otherwise, we would have seen them, having some big problems in the end. And as for Southampton, it becomes the first EPL side to be eliminated. Right now, they have had 25 consecutive losses. Saga, Pavo Papera. Of course, my games are as well. They'll be just playing for the sake of playing, but they are already relegated. It has been a very, very tough season for Southampton. Very, very tough for them. They've lost back to back. Imagine of all the games that they have played, they lost to 25. So there is no way they could have survived that, okay? No way at all. But we hope that they're going to do their best in the season. And yeah, like I said, it's currently Arsenal, Dover per second, Van Evo 62 points, Liverpool is still on top with 73 points. Forest, they also lost it to Aston Villa, Saka currently Varpa 57 points. Then there's Chelsea and then City. So yeah, in that order, but we're going to see how far they're going to go in the Bundesliga. Of course, the usual ones, Bayern Munich winning, Leverkusen winning, Dortmund getting back to their winning ways. Of course, Dortmund currently, they're also struggling a little bit in terms of winning, and but they're also trying to fight to maintain that European zone. Hopefully they're going to be able to do so. South Pro League, of course, Takaona is also Al Nassr winner against Al Hilali, which was very, very surprising, of course, because we understand that Al Hilali and Al Nassr has always been, losing or not collecting maximum points. But this time around, we saw Cristiano Ronaldo leading the team. I think he scored a brace there because they won, I think, with 3-1 or something against the Al Hilali. So good for Al Nassr right there. So anyway, that's all we had for you, my friends. So I'll talk to you again tichitaura nezvimamwe mabhora ari kuuya in the coming weeks, because there's plenty of more games that are going to be played in this coming weeks, and most of these games are very, very serious games. And we also have the UEFA Champions League, which is going to be coming this week, this midweek. We have Real Madrid playing against Arsenal. There is Barcelona also, and so it's going to be a very interesting week as well, of more competitions being of these games being played. And also we are going to continue focusing nebhora rekuZimbabwe, and shall we my updates about the Zimbabwean football as well. So plenty, like I said, I always give you plenty of this news and everything. So right now I need to love you and I need to leave you. Okay, so thank you, Football Nation. Goodbye.